Hello, my viewers. Welcome to this channel. This is Ethics of Life channel. This is a channel that discusses matters ethics, integrity, and leadership. My name is Joseph Okhako. I'm your host. I will be hosting on various topics, expounding very much on matters ethics, integrity, and leadership. And today, we want to lay our foundation to discuss trust as a principal value of ethics, and have divided my presentation into various parts. So today, have a very keen interest on what we are going to discuss, especially around the definitions of ethics, integrity, and trust. Because going forward, as we progress in our discussions, in our dialogue, we will be talking a lot about trust, integrity, ethics, and leadership. And therefore, you have to pay a very keen attention and come with me. And please, before we go very far, please just like and subscribe to this channel, Ethics of Life. You can go to our YouTube channel, Joseph Okhako /ethics or ethics East Africa. You go to TikTok, it is Ethics of Life. And please join us as we discuss matters ethics, integrity, and leadership. Now, let's go straight to the point, to the real thing here now. We are looking at ethics and trust. And to support our discussions, I will be also defining what is integrity so that we can be able to see how the three concepts link on one another. And why do you need to be a trustful person? A person who can be trusted on matters business, on matters relationships, even in our churches and even in our family setups. And therefore, what is ethics? Ethics concerns itself. They are basic moral rules that we live by. It concentrates very much on what you do to yourself and to the others and to the organization you are dealing with. The ethical behavior results when one cannot merely consider about himself. When one does not merely consider about himself, but he also considered for the others. He also considers the others whom he is interacting with. When you are making your decisions, an ethical decision, you are looking at what is it how does that ethical decision affect me as a person? How does that ethical decision affect the people around me? And how does this ethical decision affect the organization I'm leading or the institution? You may be the president. The ethical decision, how does it affect my country as a whole? How does it affect my ministry if you are a member of the cabinet in Kenya? How does it affect my family if you are a married man, my marriage institution? Your ethical decision, that standard you have set, those basic moral rules you have put in place are what we refer to as ethics. Simply understanding, learning to understand what is wrong and right, and of course, considering, giving a lot of weight on the right decisions. It's what we refer to as ethics. It comes into operation very much, especially when we are interacting with one another. Now, what is integrity on the other part? How do we distinguish integrity and ethics? Integrity refers specifically to the moral character of a person or an organization. The moral character of a person or an organization. The moral character of a person or an organization. How do you consider or adhere to the set of standards we have set? The set of ethical standards we put in place is what we are making reference to integrity. You are a man of integrity. In other words, you will do whatever is expected of you. You will always make right decisions regardless whether you are being seen or not. Whether somebody is reminding you or not, you are an integrity person. You are a honest person. You are transparent. You are accountable for your actions. You are a man of integrity. That is the definition of integrity. Before I get into the discussion, before I get into the definition of trust, let me remind my viewers that trust and ethics work together. Ethics actually builds trust. Ethics builds trust. If you are an ethical person, it is expected that you can be trusted. And as we move forward, you will discover that the more trustworthy you are, the higher we trust you, the higher the ability to do business with you, and the lower is the cost involved in doing business with a person who is ethical or a person who can be trusted. All right. So what is actually the meaning of trust? Trust from a business sense is simply relying on somebody to do what is expected of him, regardless of whether he is being seen or not. You are trusted to the extent that when you make a promise to do something for me, you will do it regardless of whether I remind you or not. We have very few people who will do this. For example, politicians will remind you, I am going to do the following when I get into the office, but the moment he gets to the office, he switches his phone. Or he says he doesn't even know you. And that's why in recent studies, there has been a lot of reports, results. Research done indicates that politicians are not well trusted, but members of the media, the forecasted, are more trusted than the politicians. Because a politician will not give you information that you can rely on. All right? But ethical persons are expected to be able to be trusted in the sense that they understand the essence of relying on information and agreeing to do what is expected of them, regardless of whether they are being seen or heard or not. You don't need to look for some information about this person. If he's a trusted person, he's a trusted person. So that is the definition of what exactly is trust in the real sense.